Following Britney Spears' explosive court testimony, many celebrities have given their public support to her. Some have even shared their opinions on why this all happened in the first place. I'm Mackenzie, and let's get into the top 10 celebrities who've defended Britney Spears. But first, make sure to subscribe if you're new here. And at number 10, will.i.am. Producer and rapper will.i.am shared his take on the Free Britney movement with Metro in March of 2021. Saying the root of the issue is the lack of support and uplifting of women, not only in the music industry, but society in general. Britney and Will collaborated on the hit song Scream and Shout. He also produced her album Britney Jean, so he knows from personal experience that she's an amazing person with a pure heart. He then went on to explain that greed is most likely the cause of all of this, adding, quote, "Because she's such a machine, she was a machine to her family. There's this weird cloud around her that doesn't truly believe in her, and sadly she was forced to put her trust into people that just wanted to exploit her." And at number 9, Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian addressed the Free Britney movement on her Instagram story, shortly after Framing Britney Spears was released. She shared that she empathized with Britney because of the media's harsh treatment of Kim at times, although not even close to the same level. Saying, quote, "The way the media played a big role in her life can be very traumatizing and can really break even the strongest person." Kim also shared that she was completely broken by the media when she was pregnant with her daughter North. Because Kim developed preeclampsia during her pregnancy, she swelled up and gained 60 pounds over the course of her pregnancy. Adding, quote, "I cried every single day over what was happening to my body, mainly from the pressures of being constantly compared to what society considered a healthy pregnant person should look like, as well as being compared to Shamu the whale by the media, which is just horrible." And at number 8, John Mayer. John Mayer revealed that he was deeply affected by the Britney Spears documentary while he was co-hosting SiriusXM's Andy Cohen Live in February of 2021. He explained, quote, "I almost cried like 5 times during that." Adding, quote, "To see the sadness in this human being. I was on the edge of tears 5 times because if you understand what this business, industry, and lifestyle does to a person, to go through this and come out on the other side okay is to have infinite grace for those who struggle with it." And at number 7, Meghan McCain. The View host is always vocal about her opinions while filming for the show. When the hosts were speaking about the Free Britney movement in February of 2021, Meghan McCain revealed that she'd been rooting for a Britney comeback for years. Adding, quote, "We're supposed to believe this is a woman who's competent enough to judge on the X Factor, to perform in sold-out shows that I saw personally, to be an incredible performer, do endorsement deals, do all these things that a competent person can do. But she's not allowed to have control over her finances. She's not allowed to go to Target and spend her own money." And I think that really just sums up how most people feel about the conservatorship. How can she be competent enough to perform, to pay her family's bills, but not be able to live the life how she wants to? It's completely insane. And at number 6, Sam Asghari. Britney's long-term boyfriend Sam Asghari has been vocal in his support of Britney and his desire for her to live a real life away from her father. The pair started dating in 2016, and Britney revealed that she has a desire to progress their relationship and get married and to have kids with him. However, her conservatorship does not allow this, and her father forces her to have an IUD. In February, he spoke in support of Britney, writing on Instagram, quote, "Now it's important for people to understand that I have zero respect for someone trying to control our relationship and constantly throwing obstacles our way. In my opinion, Jamie is a total I didn't come to this country to not be able to express my opinion and freedom." With him saying in a later statement that he wants the best for her and will continue to support her. Halfway at number 5, Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton has been very vocal about Britney's conservatorship, considering that Paris has recently exposed her own traumatizing past. After attending a boarding school for troubled youth, as well as her own issues with the media and paparazzi, Paris can relate to Britney's struggles, especially the feeling of being controlled. During an episode of SiriusXM's Andy Cohen Live in September 2020, Paris said, quote, "I just love her so much. I feel like if you're an adult, you should be able to live your life and not be controlled." Paris explained that she gets the feeling of outside forces trying to control her life, adding, quote, "I can't imagine right now if that was still happening to me. After just working your whole life and working so hard, she's this icon. I just feel like she has no control over her life whatsoever, and I just don't think that's fair." And she's completely right, that's not fair whatsoever. And at number 4, Cardi B. Cardi B is vocal about almost anything that's happening involving celebrities, and Free Britney is no exception. Cardi shared her thoughts about Free Britney with Entertainment Tonight in 2019, saying, quote, "Fame will really drive you insane. Not only will fame drive you insane, but it's like once you have money, everybody just wants to take it from you. When you're a celebrity, everyone wants to sue you. Everyone wants a piece of the money that you work for. It's very frustrating. Adding that the lack of privacy Britney has had her entire adult life would make things even more difficult. This is also a really interesting statement considering that Britney made a point in her deposition to say her father loved controlling her because her father had control over someone as powerful and famous as Britney. And at number 3, Sharon Osbourne. Sharon Osbourne shared her thoughts on Britney's conservatorship battle on The Talk in 2019, saying, quote, "The one thing about Britney that's always broken my heart about her is that she was working from a very, very young age. She was on Broadway at like 10 or something ridiculous, and she's worked for her entire life. Nobody works for her for free. They work for her because they get a percentage of what she earns." Adding that it's time for her dad to find a job of his own instead of living off his daughter's back. And this just brings up something that's really confusing for a lot of people. How is it possible for Britney to work and head these shows that make millions of dollars, but they say she can't even take care of herself? It just doesn't make any sense. And at number 2, Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake has been the enemy of Britney Spears' fans after Framing Britney Spears was released, where it showed Timberlake taking advantage of her name for more press and good publicity. However, he's recently apologized for his past behavior, and he's doing his best to make things right. This includes giving his public support for Britney during her legal battle. He tweeted that everyone should be supporting Britney during this time, adding, quote, "What's happening to her is just not right. No woman should ever be restricted from making decisions about her own body." He added in another tweet, quote, "No one should ever be held against their will, or ever have to ask permission to access everything that they've worked so hard for." And thankfully he's finally speaking out in support. And finally, number 1, Perez Hilton. Perez Hilton is a celebrity gossip blogger that published some of the worst material about Britney during her heyday. He's also been criticized in the past for his harmful coverage of women. However, it seems that after hearing Britney's comments to the court, he's on somewhat of an apology tour. While on Good Morning Britain, he said, quote, "I feel duped, deceived, and disappointed that I trusted and believed some that are in Britney's inner circle, who alleged that she had been in such poor shape that she couldn't even do a media interview." He also apologized on Sky News, saying, quote, "I can't say I was just young and dumb. I think we know a lot more now, and initially many folks, myself included, were shocked and alarmed and especially concerned for her young children." But he continued that he didn't express himself in the best ways, and he should have been more empathetic to her situation. So that's all for the list, guys. Let me know your thoughts below, but before I go, I'm gonna shout out some comments from my part 3 on celebrities with uncomfortable age gaps. Proudford said, "Corey Gamble is a talent manager. It must be refreshing to have a wife and stepkids with no talent. It's a nice break for him." Very, very good joke, but I'm like, is he really a talent manager? I haven't heard of him managing anybody. I don't know, I've literally never heard of him before. Then Miss Ghostly said, "This channel is the best. Thank you so much." Then Cameron said, "Still nothing about Billy Joel. I think someone even commented below. I put him in the part 2. You might have missed it. I don't know why it has less views in the part 3. I don't know how that makes any sense, but there's that." Then Nadine said, "Mackenzie Smith looks like Kylie Jenner in this video." I will take that as a compliment. Thank you. I think when my hair's up I look a little more like her. Maybe I do in this video too. Alright guys, that's all for the video today. Thanks so much for sticking around if you made it all the way here. If you liked the video and want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith. Make sure to check us out on social media, and I'll catch you all in the next one. And I think that really just sums up how most people feel about the conservatorship. How can she be competent enough to what? Paris Hilton has been very vocal about. He's also been criticized in the past for his harmful coverage of other celebrity women. He's also been criticized in his past for